Well, let's see how my voice sounds. Got me one of the mics I got for my GoPro, and well, you can test the old girl out. May stop some little dog barking sounds, things like that. Picking up on that, who knows? So, Bitcoin in the news a little bit. News.bitcoin.com. Uh, Mick Mulvaney moves up in the Trump administration. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced on Friday that Mick Mulvaney, director of the Office of Management and Budget, will be named acting White House Chief of Staff. As we reported, when he was first appointed as Trump's budget director back in February, Mulvaney has made public his positive interest in Bitcoin. He solicited Bitcoin donations for his campaigns in the past, and at a small business committee hearing on Bitcoin, he stated, "I know it isn't a mainstream issue yet and may not become one, but it is extraordinarily interesting and something that could eventually influence the dollar and our monetary policy." In fact, one of the witnesses drew favorable comparisons between Bitcoin and Milton Friedman. Mick has done an outstanding job while in the administration. I look forward to working with him in his new capacity as we continue to make America great again, Donald Trump tweeted about the new appointment on Friday. For the record, there were many people who wanted to be the White House Chief of Staff. Mick M. will do a great job. So, a little more to that article, but, some positive news there. Again, whether the market's dumping right now, it's getting ready for the final capitulation event. It's not. It's got a little rally going on here. And I will say this. That first video I did where I kept talking about my guy and, I posted stuff on Patreon and all that. And I was like, well, look, prices, dates, times, all that, it's on the Patreon. But the free stuff, like, look, you have enough information. I've told you enough information. That video, I'm pretty sure I said, well, I guess I probably should go watch the video before I say this, but my Patreons will know this 100%. I'm pretty sure I said it in the video. He told me, my guy, speaking of Bitcoin and all that, crypto market, we would see a nice healthy rally around 20% or so, generally speaking, on the crypto market. And he said it would be in December. Now, I was out of town doing my little thing, as I mentioned, and I didn't get back till December 1st. And I thought, oh, well, by the time I get back, I can go ahead and tell everybody exactly what happened, what he told me, blah, blah, blah. We'll all be able to get in. But a funny thing happened. I told everybody the story and said, hey, guys, I got back on December 1st, November 28th. It already rallied. We had a nice little rally. I guess I missed it. Now, I didn't exactly reach back out to him to say, hey, was that it? Because I thought it was it. But I don't know that we rallied enough on the 28th if you look at the prices of Bitcoin. I mean, in the general market, it did do a nice little pump. And then we had today, which is Monday. And boy, do we have a nice little rally. So is there room for more rally? Yeah, there is. But he said, because when I first talked to him, I said, gosh, this guy's been right so many times, I'm really thinking of making a move. And he's like, Joe, I hear. He's like, well, and he told me, he's like, I'll be honest with you, after everything that's happened and how bad it's been hit, I don't even know if I want to take a chance now. And I said, I hear you. I was like, but your guy has been freaking phenomenal. And he's like, yeah, I know. That's the sad part. That's telling me I should probably listen, but at the same time, and I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I said, but I'll be honest with you. I think I'm going to make a move on this information. You might not, but I think I'm going to. So again, I did. But when I first talked to him about it, he goes, well, you may want to wait. There's supposed to be like a roughly, they think maybe up to upwards of 20% or so pump in the market. Then get ready for the sell-off or whatever. And I said, okay, well, maybe I'll wait. But again, this was like mid-November. So I'm out doing my thing, my little business venture thing, and / partial vacation. And I was supposed to be back on December 1st, which I was. But on the 28th, we had this nice little rally. I mistakenly thought, oh, that must have been the one he's talking about. So I missed it. Let me go ahead and make my move now. And Litecoin was about 25 to 26 bucks. I think around 25, somewhere between 25 and 26. And I did make a move on some Litecoin, by the way. I'm talking sell. Old Snippy, who you couldn't pry Litecoin from his cold dead hands. I did make a move. But now we have this rally. In the month he said to look for it, silly me, it maybe happened a few days early. Who knows? Doesn't matter, because the bottom line is I've got my orders in right now, my buy orders in at certain prices. We should see, again, if this guy's right, I'm not going to come out here and say I know 100% sure he's going to be right. But damn it, he's been right long enough that I'm going to talk about it and tell you what I'm doing. To some extent, anyways. I've got buy orders in at certain price points. And I will tell you this, freebie, they are not even in the $20 range for Litecoin. I'll tell you that much. But when making a decision like this, you want to capitalize. Let me get in at the bottom if I can, right? Because then you're getting more coins back than you had before. And you're really making it count. But the problem is sometimes you wait for that bottom and it's not exactly where you thought it shoulda, coulda, woulda went, and you missed out on the whole damn thing. And now you're getting back in, maybe where you got out at. So we need to think about that. And that was one thing I did post recently on Patreon about, like, people are like, Joe, go talk to your mom. She's got pretty good, predictions and stuff on all this stuff. I said, I'll be honest. I said to myself, what if she says that was a stupid move of mine? What if she says, Joe, I'm not feeling that. I've already made the move, and I know some Patrons have also made the move. Probably some YouTubers as well. Who knows? And I'm like, God, the last thing I want to do right now is say, hey, guys, my mom says it's not really a good move. However, this guy's been right so many times, I think I'm just going to do it anyways, which is probably what I would have done. To be honest with you. Mom, I love you, but all the psychics have got the timing off lately. I'm going to hope you got yours off lately too. And I'm going to go with this guy. You'll be pleased to know my mom didn't give me that bad news. Shockingly enough. Which kind of made me feel a little bit better. So I don't typically do this. You know me. I'm a big time hodler. I hodl most of my stuff. I had a little trading stash. But for this move, I said, there was just, again, this guy and his just knocking these predictions down one by one. I'm like, okay, if I don't do anything, I don't want to look back and say, well, he got 6 out of 6, the 7th thing. And originally I was saying he got 5 out of 5, but when I go back and count, no, it's actually 6 out of 6. Because he called a 5% Litecoin move a while back. I gave that to my patrons. This was months ago. Not almost as if it's not really worth it, but hey, 5% is 5%. And that night, again, depending on when you look at the high and the low, it was a 5% move. The night he told me to look, and it happened. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I woke up the next day. I think I posted another comment about it. Like, hey, we've got 4-point-something%. That's close enough to 5, But I'll be honest, I'm not really worried about that. I mean, that's not worth the risk to me. What he's talking about right now is worth the risk to me. Although, you get it the wrong way and it goes up. Like we're at, $29 Litecoin as I'm talking to you right now. Matter of fact, I'll be perfectly honest. Let's go look at the exact price on CoinMarketCap. Litecoin, where's it at? $29, some change. So just think at $29, if this thing goes to $20, that's a nice chunk, right? To get back in Litecoin. At the same time, if I'm in at 25 or 26 and I get out, expecting sub $20 prices, again, it doesn't mean it'll happen, but that's what's being expected right now. I still want to make it count, right? As best I can. So me, again, thinking, oh, it was November 28th, but he said to me it was December. I'm thinking, oh, well, that was a nice rally. Was it a 20% full-on rally? Well, not exactly. And then also, when are we talking? What price point is the 20%? Was it when he told it to me? Was it the day before that or 2 days before? What was the price of everything at? What was Bitcoin at? What was Litecoin? What was all the cryptos at? You look at the prices. I'll just run some of these off. Bitcoin's hit nearly 10% today. Ripple almost 17% as I'm talking to you. Ethereum 11%. EOS 26%. Stellar almost 15%. Litecoin 13.21. I mean, what if this was it? Well, Joe, he said 20%. Damn it. Sorry, that one got 14. That one got 15. That one got 30. Sorry, guys. Like, it is what it is, right? And if this is based on data models, there's no way they're going to be dead on accurate. I mean, are they? Could they be that damn good? I don't know. He's been calling prices and they've been hitting it. 38 to 23. And then again, the next one, which, again, if I didn't know this guy and all, it'd be kind of scary if I saw these prices coming. Like, holy crap. wow, and I'd be forced to go into my bank account and just buy some more because I would not want to miss the opportunity. But again, I may be able to get some without dipping into the bank account by selling at this, moment. I mean, sure, look, I would have loved to have the information he's already given, not just one thing like I had originally, but like 3 or 4 things that he's gotten right in a row. Back when Litecoin was $60 or more or whatever, of course, the higher the better. And then said, you know what, this guy's been right so much, I think I'm going to make a move that's going to shock you all. Listen to me. This is what I'm doing. Joe, you're selling? Yeah, listen. But unfortunately, I got the information when Litecoin was already down here. I mean, he gave me the $38 Litecoin when it was like $60, maybe even higher actually. What the hell was the price back in August? Let me look, because that's when he actually gave me the Litecoin thing. I'm just gonna look real quick. Let's go back 6 months, 3 months. That's September. Yeah, it was $50 to $60. Now August. September, August. Yeah, we're talking just roughly $60, okay? So yeah, it would have been great if there was a track record built at that point, because then I could say, hey guys, look, do you want to ignore this? I'm not going to ignore this. Here's what I'm doing, and here's why. But at that time, I had only had one thing from him that he got right. That's not enough for me, who have people that follow me and people that pay through Patreon especially, to say, guys, I got to jump in on this one-time thing. Like, no, he got one thing right. No, Joe, be smart about this. Do your due diligence. Let's see if you can build a track record. And next thing, bing, got that, got the 5%, got this. Now we're at we're looking at the 20% move right now in December, like he said. And he told me it will be after this rally is when you're going to see this market drop. So he told me, Joe, if you're going to make a move like that, the guy's been right so much, maybe you should just wait for the rally, then get out. Now, had I known that there wasn't the false little pump in November 28th, because I don't know, like, is he going to be early on some things? Is he going to be a little late? Is he going to be dead on the money on the timing? I don't know. So I'm trying to do the best that I can. Let's say, oh, wow, we had this nice little pump. It is almost, a couple more days, we're in December. Well, maybe, what my brain's telling me. And then we had today happen. Oh, my God, it's into December, like he freaking said. Hello, he said it, Joe. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, okay. Which means I could have been out at $29 Litecoin instead of $25 in anticipation for sub $20 Litecoin. So I had some people, Joe, you should ask your mom. And like I said, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because what if she says, no, Joe, don't do it. Go get back in. It's not going down. I feel like it's going to keep going up now. Oh, my God, Mom, I love you, but I can't do what you say. No, I feel like this guy's going to be right, not you. And, oh, hey, patrons and everybody else, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and get back in now at $29, even though I got out at $25. Sorry about that, No, I'll be like, no, I'm married. I am married to this decision. Plan your trade and trade your plan, right? So that's what I've done, and I haven't changed. I'm waiting. I will probably go back in and change my pending orders that are already sitting waiting to be filled, only because Mama Snip4 says, Joe, those numbers you just gave me that this guy is telling you that we could go down to, she says, I don't know that I feel it's going to go lower than such and such. And I said, it's still not a bad price to get back in, by the way. And I said, well, you don't think that? No. She goes, it'll be, I think maybe between that and maybe in like $20. So there's a lower side to 20, somewhere in between this range. And I'm like, again, you don't want to miss out by putting your buy orders back in too low. So again, a smart thing would do, like I'm just going to throw this number out there, okay? Let's just say that the number I was given by this guy was roughly $16 Litecoin. And I tell my mom, hey, he thinks it's 16. And she's like, no, I feel it's going to be between 19 and 20. If I start stacking my orders at $17, $16.75, $16.50, $16.10. All right, there's all my orders. Let's see if they fill. And it only gets down to, again, let's say 19. My mom ends up being right. None of my damn orders filled. And then I missed out. Now it's starting to go back up a little bit. Let's say, oh, crap. Now it's back where I sold out, right? So there's so much involved with this. No one's going to time the tops perfectly. No one's going to time the bottoms perfectly. Sure, people get lucky every once in a while. And so there's some good TA guys out there. Look, those guys watch us trade. That I've got my little description box. Hey, if you want to, if you want like pure TA analysis and trades, these are the guys. They are doing good, by the way. He still handles my old Telegram group for the old trade calls, and just I mean he's not posting freebie stuff in there. Every now and then he actually will, but he posts like, hey guys, our trade room here. Look, here's what we just did, and he's right. They're doing a good job. But again, I'm me personally. I'm really focused on this guy, my guy's guy. Because whatever tool or data they're getting, if it's doing, again, this assumes that by the time we get into January, let's say, and either this event I'm talking about happens or doesn't, let's assume it does happen. Now he's like 7 for 7. When my phone rings and that guy's on the other line, I stop everything. I already do that now, by the way. But like it would be like the president calling. My red phone, the red. I got a special red phone. The Cobra's calling. Yo, hey, it's Jason. What do you got? What's the data saying? And that's kind of how I feel with this right now. So we'll see. Like I said, taking a chance. And as soon as the rally starts, oh Joe, I shouldn't have listened to you. Like what the guys? Hello. Did I not say he said expect a nice rally in December before this, potential bloodbath or whatever you want to call it, whatever it ends up being? Is it really, really bad? Is it just kind of bad? It didn't go down as far as we thought? Whatever. Like you should be cheering, saying, Joe, oh my God, you're right. The guy did say that a nice rally was coming. You actually said it. And then he said, look out below. So my mom says, oh, I think in the such and such time frame that we're going to see the market come down. It's going to go lower than it went before. As you know, it went to $22 recently. When do you think that, Mom? No kidding. The same time frame, my guy thinks so. So whatever, it is what it is. But this video with the Bitcoin stuff, the bad news hasn't even, there's not really any bad news for cryptos. It's still incredibly good news all over the place. Now we got another pro-crypto guy in the White House. So when the cycle ends, again, it's usually typically a capitulation event. It's a massive sell. You got a volume stick that's a mile high. People are sick to their stomachs. It's a massive, again, volume spike of the day. This rally that just happened, someone was showing me that, I don't know how it ended, honestly, but they're like, Joe, the volume is only half of what the November rally you were talking about is. So even though that rally didn't do nearly as good as this one has less volume and pushed the prices way higher. Whatever. So again, capitulation event is sell, bloodletting, oh my God. And we look back at the charts in the future, we look backward and say, oh, that was the last end of that cycle, here it is. And it's like staring at you like it punched you in the face, got a black eye, massive red candle. That was the event. That's typically what happens. That doesn't mean it has to happen every time, but that is typically what happens at the end of these cycles. So my money, personally, again, Litecoin money, is on this guy. I'm all in on this racehorse. And like I said, either I'm going to come out of this because I'm vouching for this guy, essentially. Next level, JSNIP 4 just went next level. Or JSNIP 4 is not going next level and has quite a few more haters on his hands because it did not pan out. It can only be one way or the other. You know what? I take that back. There's a third scenario. We get this right, and I still have haters because they're so pissed off and angry that they were yelling at me, and then I had to say, look, the guy said it happened. And now they're pissed off. There's just no pleasing them. That's a fact, right? There's always haters that you just can't, it doesn't matter. Oh, you got lucky, he got lucky, And I'm not over here telling you, it's my information. I got the secret sauce. I'm giving full credit. He's the guy. He is the man. In my eyes, if he provides this kind of data and it plans out. And the thing of this, I'm thinking, well, let's just say one of the things at some point it doesn't end up panning out. Would I just throw this guy off? Oh, I'm done with him. After all the things that he got right so far? And I've been logging it. I've been talking about it in advance. So honestly, no, I would not. But I got to be honest again. I think he's going to get this one right too. This next sell-off coming. And it's right in the timeline that my mom, well, she knows nothing of this. She does not, she's not my Patreon. She's not getting private videos. I don't text and send my mom crypto info. And she said one thing to me. I said, all right. I said, Mom, give me a reading. I was on the way home from work. And I'm like, I'm going to do this for my patrons. Let me stop at my mom's house. She lives with my sister. Let me stop over there real quick, get a quick reading. And before she even like touched my hands and she was already writing stuff. I said, this is what I'm getting. This is that. And by the way, I'm going to throw you a little bonus. A freebie. She, out of nowhere, mentions Redcoin. Sometime in 2019, it'll be months from now, months. A very good surprise, she says, coming for Redcoin. Like, it's going to be good. I'm thinking, that's the first time my mom ever told me about Redcoin. I know what the other psychics have talked about. First time my mom ever said anything. But she's always, when she's given me readings, when I went to Tennessee, 2013, before that, after that, she was telling, and I've said this before, but just in case there's new people who may not have heard this. She was like, Joe, I see you're always going to have money. You're always going to have a job. You're always going to have something going on. But there's something else. Like I see this like money basically coming over here from this angle. So here's your normal stuff people would earn. And then there's this. And I just see this, like, you're going to retire early, quite early, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, back then, like, okay, my day job is a good job, but this is side money. And I don't think YouTube could ever get me to that level, to be honest with you. Okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Then crypto started. I thought, ooh, that could be it. But she's like, no, I'm seeing like this kind of continual, like this extra thing. And I'm like, well, I've been sitting on the cryptos, so that doesn't count as money coming in, and they're going down right now. So, this year. And I thought, well, I got Patreon, right? I'm doing that. And again, let's be fair. If this thing pans out with this guy, and holy crap, Joe, in the near future, the dump happens, whatever extent it is, it happens. Oh my God, the guy got it. Let's be fair, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Automatically, because we know how humans are, a flood of people are probably going to come over to my Patreon all of a sudden, more than that already have. I've gone from 700 approximately to over 1,100 and something now. I wasn't expecting that many to float over just because my guy said something. Again, without us just taking a freaking chance here to see what happens, for goodness sakes. But let's be fair. If this information pans out, I'm extremely happy that I now know a guy who's got some tools that work, and they work well. Who the hell's not going to want to listen to this for, $20 a month or whatever, from time to time when he gives me something? Again, assuming it all pans out. So I started thinking recently, as my mom was telling me that, oh no, Joe, 2019 is going to be your Capricorn, of course. She says 2019 is going to be a good year for Capricorns, and I can see it's going to be a good year for you. Financially, money, everything, that stuff, it's going to be good for you. Matter of fact, generally speaking, Capricorns too. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I always tell you about this money thing. I'm like, yeah, on the side, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for that. And I'm like, again, what could make some kind of side cash come to me right now? Besides my crypto, meaning this damn plan better pay off. This sell-off here better happen, or so I can get back in and get more crypto out of this deal, and a bunch of you guys too. All of us will be pretty happy. That's nice, but again, this to me tells me like maybe my Patreon's going to increase even better, which means to me maybe that's a sign that this guy stuff's going to pan out after all. And who knows? Who knows where this is going to go? Again, don't forget Cliff High. He told me 3 things. Joe, you're in the Webbot report. 2 of those things have dead on happened. The third and final one, which again I think he told me in 2016, maybe it was 2015, I don't know. Was, I could probably go try to find the email, I guess, but Joe, you're in the data again. All I'm getting basically is Enterprise Joe, maybe circa 2020. I don't know what you're doing, dude, but man, universe likes you. I replied, well, what else? No, that's all. He's like, just like the other 2 times, the data was slim to none. It was barely enough there, and I just said, bloop, bloop, here it is. It was enough that we can tell when it happened. Oh boy, did we know it happened. One of them was a near accident miss at work where I almost shocked the crap out of my foot. And he nailed it. And I'm thinking, well, I was sitting at a desk all day. What do you mean workplace incident? What could possibly happen? And then that happened, where my foot almost got freaking shocked off, electrocuted. It was inches away from nailing my foot. And I mean, my heart was beating. I ran out to my car. Oh my God, guys, it just happened. Cliff's second thing. Oh my God. And the video is still available, by the way. I don't know what it's titled, but it's on YouTube. But then he comes back later and it's like, another time, it's like, Joe, Enterprise Joe. And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, dude, I don't know, but it looks like you're gonna be doing some things. Enterprise Joe is what came to me from the data, and the universe really likes you. So why I'm telling you this is not, oh, I'm gonna be the man. No. This is me trying to put puzzle pieces together, saying, how can I be Enterprise Joe? And assuming Cliff gets it right, he has 2 out of 2, so let's say 3 out of 3. I'm going to be Enterprise Joe. I don't think I'm going to make it to Enterprise Joe status if this kind of stuff doesn't pan out, like with my guy. But if that stuff does pan out, I just went to Enterprise. I think I might have just landed on Enterprise Joe, like immediately, right? I mean, think. If I were you or anybody else, I wasn't a YouTuber, I was just a regular person, and I'm watching YouTubers, and I'm just like you guys, right? And I'm doing that kind of thing. And I'm in the cryptos, and I'm listening to my favorite guys, and again, nobody's getting it perfectly right. We've made some mistakes. Everybody has. I mean, the bottom line, it's not even a mistake. This comes with the territory of everything in life. You don't get everything right. Call it what you want. If I'm going to Enterprise Joe status, let me just make this simple because I keep rambling on. And I believe Cliff's going to be right. I don't think me getting bad information from guys like my guy is going to propel me in that direction. As a matter of fact, there's going to be videos, there will be YouTubers out there who eat me alive for even suggesting such a thing, even though the guy already has a fantastic track record. They will eat you alive. They're haters, they're everything else, and they will attack you. In this case, me. I'm already being attacked, and we haven't even, the times, guys, can we wait just a little bit? This has happened. He said a rally of nice proportions would take place. It just happened. You remember what I said he said happens next, correct? So, get off my butt, my back. Why are you already trying to roast me? And we're not even there yet. It's just unbelievable. Don't you want to be cheering for something like this? So that we can say, okay, wow, this guy's got some good information. Joe, what happens next? Oh, in the very near future, after all this happens, in the very near future, according to him, again, according to the guy, an epic rally is coming. A very nice rally is coming. And I want to capitalize on that. So again, if this all works out, I think my channel, my Patreon, whatever, maybe YouTube, all of it, will start heading in that direction for Enterprise Joe. I don't know. But I'd love for it to happen, because if I'm Enterprise Joe, that means I'm doing good things. I've got good information. I'm sharing it with people, which means you guys are getting, a benefit of that, whether you're a Patreon or just a YouTube subscriber, whatever, because I do like to share stuff with you like I have done in this video and the other one. Maybe I'm not giving direct amounts. Again, these people are paying me on Patreon. How would you feel if you're them? And oh, Joe wants to go do a public video. He just gave everything out he gave us that we're paying for. Sure, I could do that. I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm not going to do that. So this is how I'm choosing to handle it. I'll give some information that I feel like, hey, I want to throw someone a bone that, like I would typically do on YouTube. So here's what I got. It's as much as I can tell you. It's enough information that if you sit on the sidelines right now listening, you could put 2 and 2 together and figure out something's fixing to happen, or it's not, or it's not, and Jay Snip's got egg on his face. Egghead, egg on the face. Jay Snip does have an Eggo waffle head, if you have not noticed. Lego my ego. But don't Lego my crypto, although I did. I Lego my crypto, some of it, my Litecoin mainly, in anticipation of this thing. So sorry for rambling on for so long. I just want to get all that out, let you know where I'm coming from, how I'm feeling, why I'm doing what I'm doing, etc. I can't please everybody. There's people that are going to hate no matter what. It doesn't matter. But this is what I'm doing. This is my life. And I let you know I live my life right here in front of this camera. Take care.